Confession is the first step to healing, because only when we admit our pain can we truly begin to live. The truth about fake happiness on social media. Emily Carter's Instagram feed was a masterpiece of curated joy. Sun-kissed brunches, flawless selfies, and #blessed captions painted the picture of a woman living her best life. But behind the screen, her reality was far from perfect. Her mornings didn't start with avocado toast and golden hour light. They began with anxiety, a racing heart, and the weight of expectations. She'd scroll through her own posts, wondering how she'd fooled even herself into believing the lie. Then came the breaking point one evening, after posting a glamorous shot from a rooftop party, where she'd spent most of the time hiding in the bathroom. She collapsed on her couch, exhausted. The screen lit up with notifications. Your goals. How do you stay so happy? And something inside her snapped with trembling fingers. She opened her camera again, but this time no filter. Puffy eyes, smudged mascara, and raw vulnerability stared back. She hesitated, then hit post with the caption, "This is the real me, and I'm not okay." The response was instant. Messages flooded in, some shocked, some supportive, but most grateful. "I thought I was the only one," one follower wrote. Emily had cracked the facade, and the truth was about to spill out. Emily's unfiltered post went viral overnight. Thousands of likes, hundreds of comments, and dozens of DMs poured in. Each one a confession from someone else who had been hiding behind their own perfect online persona. Her best friend, Sarah, called her in tears. "Why didn't you tell me you were struggling?" Sarah asked. Emily swallowed hard. "Because I didn't want to ruin the image, the one everyone expected from me." But the most surprising message came from Mark, an old college friend, a guy who always posted gym selfies and #winning captions. His DM read, "I've been faking it too, for years." They met for coffee the next day, and for the first time, Emily saw the real Mark. Exhausted, stressed, and battling severe depression. "I post those workout pics because if I stop, I'm scared I'll fall apart," he admitted. Meanwhile, Emily's inbox became a confessional booth. A single mom who photoshopped her dark circles away. A CEO who staged casual office success shots. A travel blogger who hadn't left her apartment in months. But not everyone was supportive. Some accused her of seeking attention or ruining the vibe. Her ex-boyfriend even commented, "Nobody wants to see this. Keep your breakdowns private." Emily's hands shook as she typed her reply. If being real is ruining the vibe, then maybe the vibe was always fake. The backlash stung, but the outpouring of truth was worth it. For the first time in years, she felt free. Until her boss called her into the office. Emily's stomach twisted as she sat across from her boss, Linda, in the sleek glass office of the marketing firm where she worked. Linda slid her phone across the desk, displaying Emily's viral post. "Do you realize how this reflects on the company?" Linda asked, her voice clipped. "We sell happiness, Emily. Aspiration. Not this." Emily gripped the armrests of her chair. "But it's real," she said quietly. "Shouldn't that matter more?" Linda sighed. "Look, I get it. Everyone has bad days. But your personal brand, and by extension ours, depends on consistency. People don't follow you for reality. They follow you for escape." Emily left the meeting with an ultimatum. Delete the post and return to the on-brand content, or risk losing her biggest client accounts. That night, she stared at her reflection in the bathroom mirror, wiping away smudged eyeliner. Was Linda right? Was honesty worth losing everything she'd built? Then her phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. "Saw your post. I work at Real Life magazine. We're doing an issue on social media authenticity. Want to talk?" Emily hesitated. This could be her chance to turn her moment of vulnerability into something bigger. But it could also burn bridges with her job. Meanwhile, Mark texted her. "My boss found out I've been on anti-anxiety meds. Said it doesn't align with our motivational brand." They let me go today. Emily's blood ran cold. The system wasn't just punishing honesty, it was erasing it. She made her decision. The next morning, instead of deleting the post, she shared another. A video this time, raw and unedited. They're telling me to take this down, to go back to pretending, but I can't. And if that costs me my job, then maybe I was selling something toxic all along. The internet exploded. Hashtag Tears and Truth started trending. Support poured in from strangers, but her corporate clients began dropping her. Then, the final blow. Linda called her in again. "We're terminating your contract." Emily walked out of the office, shaking. But strangely, she didn't cry. For the first time in years, she felt light. The days following Emily's firing were a blur of emotions. She fluctuated between relief and terror as she watched her professional world crumble. Sponsorship deals evaporated. Brand collaborations dissolved. Even some longtime followers unfollowed her, leaving comments like, "Too depressing," and "Bring back the old Emily." But then something remarkable happened. A major mental health nonprofit reached out, asking Emily to headline their Authenticity in the Digital Age campaign. The editor from Real Life magazine published an op-ed defending Emily titled, "Since When Is Honesty a Fireable Offense?" which went viral across LinkedIn and Twitter. Most surprisingly, Sarah, who had initially been worried for Emily, came to her apartment with a business proposal. "We should start our own agency," Sarah said, spreading printouts across Emily's coffee table. "One that helps brands connect authentically with real people. No more fake happiness." Meanwhile, Mark's story took an unexpected turn. After being fired from his fitness influencer gig, he'd started posting raw videos about his mental health journey. His follower count initially dropped, then skyrocketed as his vulnerability resonated with thousands of men struggling in silence. But not everyone was on board. The backlash grew uglier. Anonymous accounts accused Emily of weaponizing vulnerability for clout. A popular podcast host mocked her as the crying influencer. The most painful comment came from her mother. "Honey, why must you air your dirty laundry for the world?" One rainy afternoon, Emily found herself sitting across from Rachel, a 22-year-old college student who had DM'd her after attempting suicide. "Your post was the first time I felt seen," Rachel whispered, clutching a coffee cup with shaking hands. "I thought everyone but me had their life together." In that moment, Emily realized this was bigger than lost sponsorships or internet trolls. Real people were hurting because of the perfection myth she'd helped perpetuate. She made a decision. She would double down on truth, no matter the cost. That evening, she launched a YouTube series called Behind the Filter, featuring a beauty influencer revealing her severe acne under the makeup, a perfect couple discussing their marriage, counseling, a finance guru admitting to his massive student debt. The series sparked a wildfire of conversation. Major news outlets picked it up. Mental health professionals praised it. And slowly, other influencers began following Emily's lead, sharing their own unfiltered truths. But just as the movement gained momentum, Emily received a cease and desist letter from her former employer, claiming she was violating her non-disparagement clause. The battle was about to get legal. The legal threat from her former company sent Emily into a tailspin. She consulted lawyers who delivered grim news. Fighting would cost tens of thousands she didn't have. Sarah urged her to back down, but Mark surprised everyone by offering to crowdfund her legal fees. "Let's turn this into a movement," he said. They launched a Truth Defense Fund that raised $75,000 in 48 hours, along with hundreds of stories from people tired of living lies online. The media circus intensified. Emily found herself on morning talk shows debating the ethics of social media authenticity. A particularly heated exchange with a celebrity life coach went viral when Emily asked, "If your positivity is so bulletproof, why are you shaking right now?" Meanwhile, Rachel, the college student Emily had met, organized campus watch parties for each new Behind the Filter episode. Other universities followed suit. What began as one vulnerable post had become a generational conversation about mental health in the digital age. The legal battle came to a head in an unexpected way. When the story made the front page of the Wall Street Journal, 3 major brands pulled their advertising from Emily's former company, citing values misalignment. The company suddenly offered an out-of-court settlement. They would drop all claims if Emily agreed to a neutral reference. On the day of signing, Linda requested a meeting. Over coffee, the usually polished executive looked exhausted. "I've been thinking about what you said," Linda admitted. "My daughter, she's struggling with an eating disorder. She thinks she has to look like the girls on Instagram." Her voice broke. "Maybe we've all been part of the problem." In the months that followed, Emily and Sarah launched Truistory Media, helping brands tell authentic stories. Mark became a mental health advocate. Speaking at high schools about social media literacy, Rachel started a nonprofit connecting struggling students with mental health resources. Even Linda joined the movement, spearheading an honest advertising initiative at her firm. On the 1-year anniversary of her original post, Emily shared a final update. "No tears this time, just quiet confidence. This isn't about hating social media," she said. "It's about reclaiming it. You can post your happy moments without pretending you're happy all the time. That's what makes us human." The comments section told the real story. "Because of you, I told my family I was depressed. I stopped editing my body in photos. My boyfriend and I finally got help. I quit my perfect job to pursue my passion." As Emily closed her laptop that night, she noticed something remarkable. For the first time in years, the person on the screen looked exactly like the person in the mirror. No filter needed. The most powerful filter is the one you remove, the one hiding your true self. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear. You're enough exactly as you are.